Developing tonight, fences and soldiers will guard the nation's capital for longer than originally planned. Guard members put in place after a deadly siege on the Capitol building were scheduled to leave next month. Well, that extension comes as NewsNation has learned that Capitol Police are investigating 35 officers for their actions during that January 6th riot, and a new series of indictments today.
With more, here's NewsNation correspondent Joe Khalil.
Big developments tonight. There's more evidence that some members of paramilitary groups not only took part in the Capitol attack, but in some cases actually planned and coordinated it. So we're now learning 6 more members of the Oath Keepers, a group that's made up of former military members and law enforcement, have been indicted and charged this week with conspiracy against the United States. And their alleged goal was to disrupt the electoral count by violent means if necessary. The indictment, unsealed just today, reveals how some Oath Keepers coordinated before and during the attack and may have been inspired by former President Trump. Now, one person, Kelly Meggs, sent a message to another saying, quote, "Trump said it's going to be wild. He wants us to make it wild. That's what he's saying. He called us all to the Capitol. We're heading to D.C." Now, another member, Thomas Caldwell, wrote on Facebook, referring to Democrats here, "They have morphed into pure evil, even blatantly rigging an election and paying off the political caste. We must smite them now and drive them down." Now, during the actual attack, the group communicated with each other through walkie-talkie apps, and they also wore tactical gear. And according to the indictment, one member, Jessica Watkins, called for the group to start making citizen arrests of lawmakers for treason. She said that as she was making her way through the Capitol. The indictment describes how they maneuvered in an organized and practiced fashion up the steps on the east side of the Capitol. It also describes how the Oath Keepers actually trained in different states using military tactics and using weapons. Now, lawmakers fear there may be even another insurrection on March 4th, which historically was the date of the inauguration before 1933. But some groups online, paramilitary groups and some conspiracy groups, think that there may be another moment where President Trump sort of reaffirms on an inauguration on March 4th, and lawmakers are nervous about that date.
The chatter is still there, whether they're on Telegram or Parler or whatever platform they are using, it's still there. And so as long as it's there, we'll have to pay attention to it.
That was Congressman Benny Thompson there, chairman of the Homeland Security Committee, and he says because of that threat, this fence is going to be staying up beyond March 4th. In fact, Capitol Police are advocating for it to be up through September. They, by the way, are dealing with their own fallout from January 6th. 35 members of the Capitol Police are being investigated. 6 have now been suspended with pay pending further investigation. Reporting in Washington, D.C., Joe Khalil, NewsNation.